Hi, I'm the Dissatisfied Gamer, and today I want to do a review on the Need for Speed series. Um, Overall, it's been a fairly fun series in my opinion. I've played quite a bit of them. From 2 up, I suppose, was when I started. My overall favorite would probably be Most Wanted, which I am still searching for. Um, but the recently released, or not so recently I suppose anymore, released Need for Speed Undercover is a pretty good replacement for it. It comes close to comparing to it, but not quite as fun, I suppose, since it's basically the same thing over again, but with a slightly different story. I would give Need for Speed Undercover 8.5 out of 10. In it, you play as an undercover cop trying to capture gangs of street racers who are apparently smuggling in and out of the United States specific cars, which you end up stealing for them and getting chased by the cops for some reason. The cops are able to keep up with the Lamborghinis and whatever else you steal. Sorry. Basically, that's basically it for that game, actually. Then you have Need for Speed Pro Street, where you play the guy from Need for Speed Most Wanted, who's the guy from Need for Speed Underground 2, I believe. Basically, your guy goes pro instead of continuing with his illegal street racing. He ends up pissing off the King Riku, or whatever the fuck the guy's name is. He ends up pissing him off somehow by being some great illegal street racer turning pro, and he ends up being a real antagonist throughout the whole thing, even though I never really understood what really irritated him about you other than you being a really good street racer. And that's basically it for that. It's pretty fun. The controls are a little bit tighter, not tighter, but realistic is the word I was looking for. Then Most Wanted, where you could take 90-degree turns at 200 miles an hour. You can't do that in Pro Street. Then there's Need for Speed Pro Street, or Need for Speed Most Wanted, which I do not own currently. I sold my copy of it, and I've regretted it ever since. It gets a 9.5 out of 10. It is an amazing game. If you ever have a chance to pick it up, do so. It's really good. I haven't yet gotten Need for Speed Shift because I refuse to pay $60 for a Need for Speed game. It's just not going to happen. But I do have 2 more games I want to get to, and one of them is Timeshift, probably one of the most underrated first-person shooters I've ever played, next to Darkest of Days. It involves, what was it? You're a scientist working on a secret project to get a suit that can travel through time operationally. In doing so, excuse me again, in doing so, one of the scientists does something, goes mad or something, he goes back in time and changes a bunch of things so that now he's can control most of the world, and you end up going back in time to avoid an explosion that he set up in the laboratory. That's about all I can really tell you. You end up fighting all these soldiers of his and whatever, and he's built suits sort of like yours where they can slow down time, which makes them appear to move really fast, which they're really not. I don't know, it's a pretty good game. I would probably say you could go ahead and buy it, if not at least rent it, because it's really worth the play. I think it's only like $10 at GameStop. It's at least an 8.5, if not a 9 on my out of 10, in my opinion. I had originally bought it when it first came out and ended up selling it before I ever really got a chance to play it. And finally, just recently, I decided to buy it again. So, it just kind of speaks for itself that it's a good game, considering I went and rebought it But then I have The Darkness, which was one of my favorite games before BioShock came out. I've played through it at least 3 times since I rebought it, because I traded it in to get BioShock. I don't know, if you've played BioShock, you've probably already ruined this one, because it's supposed to be kind of dark and creepy like BioShock, but BioShock did it way better, and BioShock is way more fun. But, I don't know, if you really have some need for filler in your life, this is a pretty good filler game. It's not bad, but it's not good, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. It's maybe a 7.5 out of 10, in my opinion. You play as Jackie, a Staccato, who's a hitman for the Franchetti crime family. Now, on your 21st birthday, a timeless force known as the Darkness awakens within you. You can wreak havoc on your enemies with the powers it bestows, and you'll quickly learn that the Darkness has a will of its own, as said on the back of the case. Basically, throughout the game, you end up fighting a two-way battle against the Darkness and against your uncle, who kills your girlfriend after attempting to kill you, but you get away. In the end, you end up killing him, but that's after he's killed your girlfriend and the Darkness made you watch. It's, eventually you gain control over it, I suppose, but it takes a while. I mean, it's kind of a slow game, really. It doesn't really progress very fast, in my opinion. Yeah, that's about it, I suppose. I'll try to get back to you with the sequels to Just Cause and 99 Nights as soon as I can, and I will have the Army of 240th Day down, our review up the day after, hopefully, after it comes out. And as far as Mass Effect 2 and Bioshock 2 go, I'm not really sure. It might take me a little while to beat those, but I think I can get through Army of 2 pretty fast if I have friends that are willing to play it with me. But I suppose that's all for now, and until next time.